And a very good morning to you. Yes, you see, I am still alive. You probably thought I was dead after my non-appearance on Tuesday, weren't you? Terrible trouble with the internet, dear. God almighty. And it accumulated. It's a good. Is it accumulated or accumulated? I think it's accumulated. It accumulated on Tuesday morning with me having no internet at all. Terrible. Sunday, Monday, off and on all the time. I'm sure there's someone jealous outside of my millions and thousands of fans who keep pulling wires apart so that you cannot join me. It's a liberty, that's what it is, dear. I'm expecting Nick and Cameron, Clegg and Nikki baby and David baby to do something about this evilness that's going on. I think it's to do with benefit cheats. I really do. Benefit cheats know that I don't like them, and they are interfering with my connections. They really are. Touching wires that they've got no business of having anything to do with. Anyway, so Sunday and Monday it was going off and on. Now, I have to say, we need to give credit here for customer service, right? So I sat here on Tuesday, okay? I usually come in here for an 11 o'clock show. I'm usually in here by about 9:30, and I turn everything on so it's all nice and warmed up. Yes, I know you don't need to warm up computers, but I like to. I am from an era when we had valves, boys and girls, valves. Beautiful little glass things, all glowing and nice and warm and holy. Homely, not holy. Holy is Sundays, okay? Homely. I said homely, not holy. So, I got in here at 9:30, turned everything on, got all my little bits of paper in order. You know, I've got lots of emails here today. Because, of course, now they've built up over 2 shows. Got everything in order. And had some breakfast, my usual breakfast of blueberries and bran flakes with skimmed milk. We've now changed. Weight loss is doing well. We've lost weight. I've changed now to skimmed milk. It's not nice at first, but you get used to it. It's like drinking very watery water, if there is such a thing. I don't know. Anyway, so I had that, and then I came back up here. I'm doing bits and pieces. I'm looking at the clock, you know, it's 10:15, 10:30. I'm chatting away on the Facebook, getting bits and pieces ready. And then there I am, sitting there. I'm running the music before the show. You know, we have a bit of music before the show. And then suddenly, 5 to 11, bang. All of it worked. It didn't actually go bang, you know. You know, they make me laugh, these people. And they said, oh, my telly blew up last night. I said, well, did it go bang? Oh, no. Well, did smoke come out the back? No. I said, well, what happened? Well, it just went off. Why do they say that? You know, my radio went bang. It doesn't work anymore. My kettle exploded. No, it didn't. It just went click and didn't work anymore. A little bit like me. One day, I will go click and I won't work anymore. That's not going to be very soon. I have been booked here on United Kingdom Radio for the next 25,000 years, and I intend to talk for every last second. Absolutely. Every second of the day I talk. You only see an hour of it, believe me. I sit here talking nonsense. I mean, the cat walks off sometimes. She walks off. You can see, you know, when she comes to me in the morning when I get up, because I don't think I talk while I'm asleep. No one's ever told me, and there's been a few of them, no one has ever told me that I talk in my sleep. I don't even wet the bed anymore. I'm a big boy and I don't wet the bed. Nothing like that at all. No talking, no bed wetting. But once I'm awake, that's it, I start. Chat. The cat does come in the morning, you know, meow, round the legs. Oh, only wants a breakfast, not interested in anything else. Only wants the breakfast and to tell me how much she loves me. And then while she's having the breakfast, I sit down next to her breakfast bowls and I talk to her. And I can see a sudden glazed look coming over her eyes. And one day she actually fell asleep. Ooh. She fell asleep in her breakfast bowl. Isn't that awful? Anyway, we're getting off the subject here. Can I just stick to the subject, please? You're taking me off the subject. I will continue. Excuse me. So, it all went off suddenly at 5 to 11. Now, normally, as some of you will know, I fly off the handle when I have technical difficulties, especially with computers. Okay? Not Tom thought that was very funny, falling asleep. Yes, she did. The cat fell asleep in her breakfast bowl because I bored her so much. Isn't that funny? There's probably a few of you falling asleep at the moment. Very dangerous, incidentally, to take the audio of this show, which you can find later on. Okay. These shows have been going on for 5 years. You can find all the old ones by going to the main website for this programme, which is at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. All right? unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. You'll find hours on hours of me just rambling on about nothing in particular. Anyway, so 5 to 11, everything went off, and that was it. And instead of going mad, I tried it, and I waited, no internet, and I waited, and I waited, and I waited till about 10 past 11. And then do you know what I did? Instead of getting angry and screaming and shouting down the phone at people, I turned it all off and went out. That was on Tuesday, because I had things to do after the show on Tuesday, so it just meant I left the house earlier. So that's what happened. Now, I rang Virgin Media actually on Monday, okay? Little lady in India answered. I can't do the accent. I'm not very good at it. I'll try. Hello, Mr. Reardon. How may I help you? Okay, it's not bad, is it? Hello, Mr. Reardon. How may I help you? So I'm having... Oh, we are very, very sorry to hear that. And I notice with Indian people, when they shake, when they talk, they kind of shake their heads. And I think it's quite sexy, actually, don't you? I love the way that Indian people shake their heads from side to side, especially when they say no, 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 or yes, or something like that. They shake their head from side to side. Don't you find that quite sexy? I do. I might start doing it myself, actually. I don't know if it works with me. I'm a little bit concerned if I shake it too hard, my head will just fall off my shoulders and onto the floor and be used as a football. I mean, some people pay a lot of money for that, you know. Having people come round to beat them up. It's true. Oh, yes, there's some very, very strange websites out there, none of which, I wish to add, end up coming through my computer and my netbox. My Netgear router does not accept such a... You may have a firewall on yours. I've got a porn wall. It doesn't come down here. This is a clean living house. Thank you very much. Roman Catholic in the name of the Father, the Son and the Holy Ghost. Yes. The Pope is coming as well. Not actually. I am trying to get him to visit here while he's here. I don't think he's going to have the time, but the offer's there. Hello, Ben. Can you imagine Pope Benedict? Hello, Benny. Come in, have a sit down there, girl. I wonder if we bring all those people, the hangers-on, known otherwise by other Catholics as cardinals. They're just hangers-on, dear. They are, you see them all the time. Pop stars have them, don't they? Hangers-on. That's what the cardinals are. Hangers-on. And the priests, well, they just want to be cardinals. That's all it is. Our man is Benny. Benny the Pope. We love him. Anyway, can I continue, please? Where was I? Oh, yes. So I rung up Virgin Media on Monday afternoon it was. Very nice, lovely, helpful Indian lady who said, very sorry, she ran her tests as she usually does. And I said it was an intermittent fault. It's been going off and off since Sunday. She says, well, you'll have to have someone come, which didn't say it in that accent, you know. Well, you'll have to have someone come round and see you, like that. She said, could I send someone round tomorrow morning? Well, I nearly fell on the floor, dear. Nearly fell on the floor. Very, very impressed. Very impressed. I said, oh, I'm out on Tuesday, after 12. She said, oh, we can do it 8 to 12. But I thought, no, I don't want to do it 8 to 12 because I want to do my show, you see. As luck has it, I couldn't do my show anyway because the net went down. But there we are. So I said, could you make it Wednesday, please? She said, yes. Would you like 8 to 12 or 12 to 4 or I think or 4 to 8? I said, could I please have 8 to 12? Yes, you can. Thank you very much. Right, so that was it. Put the phone down. Goodbye. Lady gone. Me gone. So I went through Monday, once again, net going on and off. And the funny thing is, about 2 hours later, I got a text from my dear neighbour, Dave. Dave and Karen live next door. Are you having trouble with your internet? I thought, hello. And a light went on in my head. Bing! Little white light went on in my head. And I thought to myself, aha, it's an outside fault. However, we'll still have the visit. And I said yes, and that was it. So Tuesday, I went out and did things with my mate, which I'll tell you about later on. And then Wednesday, 9 o'clock, knock on the door, ding dong. Well, not actually a knock because I got a bell. Would you like to hear my bell? Actually, I don't know if I can do. Can I do this on here? Let me see. Look. No, nothing happening there. What? Oh, no, no, that's not. Just that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Shut up! Just a minute. It's not that one. That's my doorbell, and a little blue light flashes. Although it doesn't. I don't think the blue light flashes unless the doorbell is actually rung. Like the test I did then. Yes, it sounds very much like Big Ben. Oh yes, it's like the Houses of Parliament here, dear, but without MPs stealing money from everyone. Anyway, so the man came round 9 o'clock. Very nice man, quite old. I would say about 50, 58, 59. Looked like he was near retirement age. What a really nice man. He says, hello, I gather you've been having problems for a couple of days. Very sorry about that. Took him up the stairs and looked at my stuff. He thought it was the modem first, which I really didn't think it was. Then I told him about my neighbour. So he changed the modem. That did... Oh, excuse me. Text message coming in, boys and girls. Let's see what it says. It's from my nephew, Jimmy the Pigeon Butler. Good morning, Jimmy's 13, incidentally. Good morning, Jimmy. How are you? I can't believe it. My nephew is with us this morning. Good morning, Jimmy Butler, 13 years old. Wonderful. He's off school at the moment on holidays. What exciting things are you going to do today, Jimmy? Eh? Send us an email. There's an email address to the show. If you want to join in at any time, it's chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Incidentally, if you're wondering if this show is live or recorded, have a look at your clock or watch now. Is it 12 minutes past 11 on Thursday, the 19th of August? Is that the time? In that case, you are watching and listening live. How exciting is that? As I am doing it, you are receiving it. Your receptions are open. I'm coming towards you at the speed of light down wires that go all over the world. How do they do that? How do they do that? Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. So he then had a little look in the, what's it called now? The green box, the cabinet. Now, what is the cabinet? You're wondering what... No, not the bathroom cabinet, dear. The cabinet in the street. You know those green boxes with all the wires in it? Yes, they are called cabinets. And then came back to inform me that he thinks the fault lies with something in there. He will sort it out for me, but it requires someone else. Thank you very much. Very nice man. Made him a cup of tea. He only drank half of it, which rather disappoints me because I don't like waste. I don't like things to be wasted. My nephew Jimmy, incidentally, at 13, is constantly wasting food. It's true. I took him out for dinner once, on many occasions, and the plates of food come, you know. I remember in particular a bar meal just at a pub down the road, the Silver Birch pub. And I took in there him, my lovely niece Tracy, who's getting married next year. I think her boyfriend was there as well, Ben. And they live together, which is shocking. Really? Not married yet, and yet living together. Not only living together, but sleeping in the same bed. And I'm sorry, it's not on, is it? It really isn't on. What is going on with the world that they are allowed to do that? Please tell me now. Why is this allowed? I mean, bolts of lightning will come down from the sky and get these people, I'm telling you now. Anyway, so we're in this pub, and I had a burger and chips or something like that. And so his dinner arrives, and he picks up this chip and just chews it a little, as a little... tiny little bit on the end, and he'll sit there and he'll chew that for 5 minutes, and it drives me mad. You know, we've finished the dinner and he's halfway through the first chip. Oh, it's so annoying. It really is. Anyway, back to the story. So the man left half a cup of tea. Anyway, he then left the house. I thought, okay, fair enough. You know, he said it'd be finished by today. Oh, okay, fair enough. You know, nothing else we can do. So very impressed with the service. Oh, it gets better. It gets better. Don't rush me. I'll string it out for as long as I want to, okay? So I then went out to put some rubbish out, and I saw my neighbour Pearl. Oh, she's wonderful. 2 doors down, but 3 doors down, Pearl on the end. Lovely. Oh, we love Pearl and her sons and her daughter. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people. I said, hello, Pearl. So she's got two lovely Alsatian dogs, beautiful dogs, who don't like my cat for some reason. I don't know why. They are constantly chasing my pussy. I see it all the time. All the time. They're chasing the pussy all the time, aren't they? Poor thing. Poor pussy. And I walked down, and as I got there, I noticed that the Virgin Media broadband man, I don't know what his name was sitting in his van on the phone. I thought he would have gone now to the next job by now, but he hadn't. He hadn't gone to the next job. He was sitting in his van. Oh, by the way, Jimmy, Mikey Holt's listening today, and Mikey Holt says hello to Jimmy Butler. Yes. Mikey Holt is at the moment having waffles, albeit a little burnt. Dear me. Can you not cook? Do try and cook for cry. Can you not cook? Mikey, I think, you're waiting for your GCSEs. Did you not do cooking? Did they? We did lots of cooking in the Cubs and the Scouts. I actually got a badge, Camp Cook. Camp Cook. I mean, it says it all. Perhaps you'll get the same badge, Mikey. I don't know. If you're good at cooking. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. So, I wondered what was occurring. And then, just a couple of minutes later, while I was in deep conversation with Pearl about some of our other neighbours, because we do... Excuse me a minute, let me just check there's no one listening. We do like to talk about the other neighbours. Oh, yes. Me and Pearl, we sit there chatting away about everyone, ripping reputations to pieces. We love it. We love it! Eh? As we were standing there talking, another Virgin Media man pulls up in his little van, which incidentally wasn't as big as the first van. So I assume he wasn't as important as the first person who came here. And he got out of the van, well, I'm sorry, a young scruffy looking thing it was, dear. I mean, it could have done with a haircut and a shave. Looked like he'd just rolled out of bed. Unlike the older man, but he was very nice. Didn't talk to me, he got out of his van, talked to the other one, and I had a conversation of about 2 minutes, and then he got back in his van and then drove round the corner to where the cabinet is. And then the other man started his engine, and off he went, waving at me in the distance as he went. And I started singing, we'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Although not too soon, I hope, because I don't want the internet to go wrong again. It might not even be sunny next time he comes. It might be raining. Although it wasn't raining yesterday, it was quite a nice day. One of my tomatoes has started turning orange. One of those that I'm growing, yes. So I went back indoors and I potted about. I can't remember what I was doing now. A bit of hoovering or something like that. Checking for moths. Oh, incidentally, on the moth watch, because we are having moth watch at the moment here in the Mirable Studios, and indeed my whole house. Only one moth has been discovered since Tuesday, and 2 moths since our last show on Saturday. But rather worryingly, today's moth was discovered on the inside of the curtains here in the Mirable studio. Are the moths on the move? This one wasn't brown. It had speckles on its wings. Quite pretty, actually. If I was another moth, I might have actually fancied the moth that was on the inside of my curtain today. It's true. Okay. So, pottering about downstairs, and then round about 10:30, remember the bloke arrived at 9, the first one. About 10:30, the bloke comes and says, do you want to go and try it now? So he came up the stairs with me. I enticed him into my house, boys and girls. This young engineer, I enticed him in, and I quickly locked the door and kept the key. I nearly swallowed the key so he couldn't get out again. I did think about, at that point, turning all the heating on full blast so that he would have got hot and had to take his top off. My mate's done that before with engineers. Oh, he has. So he came up the stairs, sadly passing my bedroom, and then coming straight into the Mirable studio. And I fiddled about on the computer, and lo and behold, we had internet, and it has been stable ever since. So 1,000 thank yous to the lovely people at Virgin Media. Very, very, very impressed with the service. Very good. Although not so, here we are once again on the radio doing our little show. So I'm quite pleased about that. Vicky Gannon's with us in America. Good morning, Vicky, who writes, "Good morning, Chris. Do you really have a doorbell that isn't attached to the wall?" Yes, I do. Yeah, you can get wireless doorbells now. Did you know this? Oh, they're very easy to set up, or mine was anyway. I'll tell you the make of it. Mine is a Friedland. A Friedland bell. And I actually have 3 receiver units. You can buy them separately. This one sits in the Mirable studio. And the reason I've got this one in here is because there is a flashing light on it. And sometimes if I've got my headphones on doing some music stuff, then I don't hear the doorbell. So the light flashes at me. It's the only thing that does flash at me, I'm afraid. So that's that. I've also got 2 plug-in receiver units downstairs. Ding! Would you like to hear the tones again on my doorbell? I've had this about a year. Here come the tones. Here's the first one. So you can select what ring you want. I actually have the Big Ben one, but there are others. Listen. It's a nice one, isn't it? Okay, there's this one. Do you like the clarinet? Very difficult instrument to play, dear. You know, you're sucking and blowing away at this long tube. Here's another one. That's quite a nice one. And here is my own one that I use. I love that one. And whenever you hear that, you might actually hear that today, because I'm waiting for a delivery, boys and girls. Yes, another parcel is about to arrive at my accommodation. I'm so excited. I'm so excited I could almost faint. Oh no, I just fainted for a moment now. I am very excited. All it is a little pot of paint. It's like elasticated paint, because one of my the guttering outside in the back garden is leaking. And I mean, what you should really do is take it apart and then put a new bit of rubber in and then put it back together. But that's a lot of hassle. And you can now buy this paint. Literally, you paint around the outside of the join, and it's supposed to stop it leaking. So I'm waiting for that to arrive, which I purchased from Amazon.co.uk. It may arrive while this show is on, and then I'll be forced to play you those lovely little trials from other people that host here on United Kingdom Radio. We have to play Suko's trowel because she does nothing but moans here. And no one plays my trowel. So we're playing no one's playing my trowel. Well, she doesn't actually talk like that because she's got an American accent. So I can't really do it with an American accent. But she moans if you don't play her trowel. Okay, so we will play that one later on. Mikey Holt says, just finished my wassels and brushed my teeth. Minty teeth. I've just brushed my teeth as well. He says, no dear, we didn't learn cooking at school. Where did you think I go to? Waterloo Road? Not me. You know that Waterloo Road? I don't know what they were. You see, they were mucking about with that when the football was on, and they kept moving it, and I completely missed the last episode. I wish they wouldn't move programmes around in the television schedules. Any emails coming in? Let's just have a quick look here. Got to say hello to Michael from the Black Cap, who's with us today, where I was working actually last Tuesday. Any more here? No. Okay. No. Oh, hang on. Junk email. Who's gone to junk email? Who's Kyle Park? Is that Kyle? Jimmy Butler's friend, Kyle. I'm listening to your shows. Pigeon. It's from Pigeon Kyle. Good morning, Kyle. He plays football with my nephew. Now, where was I? I've lost my points now. I've lost where I was. Oh yes, the doorbell. So yeah, very good those, Vicky. Those doorbells are very good. Wireless doorbells. Go and have a look. There's lots of different types. Don't buy cheap, darling. All right, my love. Don't get a cheap one because you'll probably be let down. She goes on to say, I thought all doorbells were attached to the wall. No, not this one, lovey. Amazing. You can put it on the wall if you want. I could put a little I need to put up a couple of shelves. I do feel in a DIY mode at the moment because I have been quite successful this week in repairing a couple of items. Oh, yes. stuff that I'm just quite mad. I'm quite pleased. She says, perfect for palatal estate in Royal Berkshire with lots of rooms. Glad to see all the technical problems have now been solved. Oh, there'll be some more. We will have some more. We will have some more technical problems, I'm sure. All right. Now, what else was I going to tell you? Oh, Tuesday. Tuesday, I met up with my best friend, Ron. You know, a little bit earlier than I was going to because we couldn't do the show. And I went clothes shopping, boys and girls. I am today wearing... I'm just going to stand up and I'm wearing one of my brand new shirts, which is kind of like a bluey mauvey colour. Although, actually, just look at it now. I could do with an iron before I wear it to do the show. And I bought a few items of clothes. I actually spent a bit of money on clothes this week. 2 pairs of... and I never spend money on clothes. I always go for the cheap options, okay? But this time I didn't. I bought 2 pairs of G-Star jeans, 3 Ralph Lauren polo t-shirts, and I think 3 or 4 of these shirts like what I've got on now. Okay, so I actually did spend a little bit of money on Tuesday. And then, funny thing is, you know, I was very, very lucky, really, because later on in the day, and that was with my friend Ron, he's the one with the cats. I'll tell you about those in a minute. And then later on, funnily enough, I'm sitting around his house, and I usually have a sleep about 5 or 6. So I you know, usually would have gone and had a little lay on his bed, while his other half was there as well. So it was 3 of us sitting in there after we come back from the shopping and done the clothes shopping. But... I got this phone call at 6 o'clock from my friend Demon, or Adam, who is a DJ and karaoke host as well. He kind of took over from me when I left the Black Cap in November 2007. And he had the worst ever tonsillitis, apparently, on Tuesday. And he's like me. He doesn't miss work if he's ill. You know, he still drags himself in. He says, is there any chance you could do it? He said, I am so ill. And he says, I'm all dizzy. I said, yeah, no problem. So I went and worked at the Black Cap on Tuesday. And got back, earned the money, a lot of the money that I'd spent that day. So that was quite lucky, wasn't it? You know? Perhaps God is telling me to buy nice clothes. I'm wearing one of my nice new shirts today, especially for you. Now, Ronnie is so far up his own self, it's unbelievable. He really is. We went out shopping and we were parking somewhere. And... this bloke, we were parking near a car park. We were about to go in the car park and it says £3 per hour. And I said, don't go in there. It's £3 an hour. I'm not paying £3 to get out of my car for a few minutes. He said, oh, we'll park over there then. So we parked somewhere else. And then this bloke came over, you know, in like a uniform. Obviously some security guard or car park attendant. And Ron, he just talks to people in such a way that you would want to smack him in the mouth. I mean, you're really good. And quite frankly, I'm embarrassed sometimes. I know I have a bit of a chat with you, but usually when I'm out, I'm fairly quiet. I like to think I'm fairly quiet. This bloke came over and he says, where you going, bro? Like that, where you going, bro? In quite a friendly way. And my mate... And Ronnie, he had his... did he have his sunglasses on? I can't remember. No, I don't think he had his sunglasses on. And he opened his one. He said, I beg your pardon. And the bloke repeated himself, are you parking here, bro? And he says, I beg your pardon. I've never been spoken to like that before. And wound the window up and drove off. I mean, at the time, it was hilarious. He just talks to people in such a way. Honestly, it's not necessary, is it? It really isn't necessary. So we did some shopping. Then we had fish and chips, which we went to this really nice fish and chip shop in East London. It wasn't like on a main road. This was like on a housing estate, and it was quite a large fish and chip shop. Beautiful fish and chips, really very, very nice indeed. Then we went back to his house. I think we went to Marks and Spencer's, did some shopping in there. Why is the food so good and so good looking in They really do it well, don't they? If you're outside the UK, just to let you know, we have Marks and Spencer's here, and they also have some food retailing outlets, and the quality of this food is absolutely astounding. I mean, it really is. And, very, very nice indeed. So we got some bits and pieces in there for later on. Went back to his house. I'm afraid to tell you at that point I had ice cream when we got back to his house and fruit. Very, very nice indeed. And about 6 o'clock, my friend Demon rang and said, "Can you do the Black Cap tonight?" And I said, "Yes, okay, I'll do it for you." So I went in and worked Tuesday night, and it was very, 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 very nice evening, actually. Wasn't over busy, actually. Wasn't over busy at all on Tuesday, but some very nice people came up to sing for me. And as usual, I spent most of the evening trying to chat them all up, unsuccessfully. So there we are. So that was that. Ron has got 2 cats, those of you that don't know. And Vicky is asking now, how are the twins? The twins are very nice, and we're not going to call them the twins now, and I'll tell you why. I did tell you he had a boy and a girl. That's what he thought. But he went to the vet yesterday to have their little injections, and turns out he's got 2 boys. So he has 2 little boy kittens. And they are just so cute. It's unbelievable. Actually, let me put a little photo. I'm going to put a photo on my Facebook. If you want to join my Facebook, okay, my username is Chris Reardon UK. All right, username is Chris Reardon UK. I'm now going to link up there. Let's just... those of you that are watching the show live will be able to see this, okay? I'm now going to... Oh, where are... Oh, there they are. I'm now going to link up there for you a picture of the cats, which was taken the other day. If I can find it. What have I done with those? Oh, it's there, isn't it? Oh, it's there. Okay. How do I do this? Oh, that's it. Okay. 1 second. There we are. If you go to my Facebook, Chris Reardon UK, right? I've put a link on my wall. There it is, it's up there now. I've put a link on my wall of his 2 kittens that I'm laying next to, and these 2 cats are inseparable. They go around together, they're playing, they sleep on top of each other. They are the cutest little cats you've ever seen in your life. Little ginger toms. Both little boys. And they're so nice. They're so nice. So do have a look at the picture of the 2 twins there, Vicky. Once again, go to my Facebook. Okay, my Facebook username is Chris Reardon UK. All one word. ChrisReardon UK. Chris Reardon UK. All right, and the twins are doing very well. Boys and girls, if you're watching or listening to either a recording or indeed the show live, you can join in this morning by email. My email address is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. If you're watching the show live, it's 33 minutes past 11 on Thursday, the 19th of August. If you're watching or listening to a recording of this, just to let you know, you can join us live on Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 11 o'clock UK time. And also on Saturday afternoons at 3 o'clock UK time by going to unitedkingdomradio.co.uk and selecting either watch or listen. This show is in video as well, okay? Once again, go to unitedkingdomradio.co.uk on Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 11 o'clock UK time. And indeed on Saturday afternoons at 3 o'clock UK time. All right, boys and girls. Now, we have lots of other presenters here on United Kingdom Talk. Here are a couple of them here on United Kingdom Radio, rather. Here are a couple of them to tell you all about their shows and when they're on.
Hi, it's Suko. I'm wiping the slate clean. From here on in, it's a new, edgier Suko. More politics, more opinions, more debates. Wait, did I say that? Well, maybe just a soupçon of edge. Soupçon, you say? Look it up. What am I, your doormat? And no more kissing up to me for parcels from New York. I don't buy it. Wait, did you say I sound sexy? Well, perhaps something small. Listen Sundays at 5 p.m. UK time.
Hello, everybody. This is Tom Harris in beautiful Chicago, Illinois. I do hope you'll join me for my chat show, Tom Harris Live, which airs every Saturday afternoon at 4 p.m. here on United Kingdom Radio. In addition to my usual features, I hope to have you on the Skype and phone and have some interesting conversation as well. So tune in every Saturday at 4 p.m. That's 10 a.m. Central Standard Time in the U.S. on United Kingdom Radio.
Across the UK and across the world. Live from the Mirrorball studio in Royal Berkshire. This is Chris Reardon.
All right, boys and girls. You can also join in live now if you want. Once again, if it's 25 minutes to 12 on Thursday, the 19th of August, you can join in live by Skype or telephone. Our Skype username is United Kingdom Radio. Okay, our Skype username is United Kingdom Radio. There's a phone number as well. It's a local London number. If you want to join in, 020 3287 1488. 020 3287 1488. And once again, if you're listening or watching a recording, join in by email, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Hello to Yvonne, who emails into the show live this morning, who says, hi Chris, loving the doorbell. You like my doorbell, don't you? Oh yes! Yes, there are so many different doorbells, and there is even one where you can actually record your own sound onto the doorbell, which is fantastic. She says, long time no speak. Yes, you keep disappearing, Yvonne. It's very disconcerting, dear. I do worry about people that disappear. Long time no speak, which I apologise, but I've been so busy. Yes, clearly too busy to be with me. Am I just an afterthought, sorry. Am I just... well, both. I'm an afterbirth and an afterthought. I really am. My biggest news, I've been learning to fly. Oh, how fantastic. That is, I had a flying lesson once as well. About 3 years ago. I loved it, but every time the plane went sort of... because those little planes, are you learning a Cessna two-seater? Every time the plane sort of... there's a slight bit of wind, it just moved, doesn't it? And my stomach kept going when that happened. Yvonne says, my boyfriend's about to get his private pilot's licence, and I've been doing a companions course, ostensibly so I could take over, fly to a heading and land the plane in the event of an emergency. But I've actually done a bit more than that. I absolutely love it, and going aloft in a light aircraft is such an amazing experience. Oh, it really is, yeah. Enough of my wittering now. Hope all is well. All the best from Yvonne. Well, Yvonne, I have to tell you, I did get my nephew, Gary. He's 25 now, but quite some years ago now. Must be, blimey, 5, 6, 7 years perhaps ago now. I did get him a flying lesson once for his birthday. And we went to this place. And it turns out, there was me, my sister... Gary, and I think I'm sure Jimmy was there as well. And when we all walked in, we assumed we were going to be sitting in the shed waiting for him to do his lesson and then come back again. And the bloke says, oh, is there 4 of you? I said, yeah. He said, well, I'll tell you what. He said, for just another £20, we can take out the 4-seater and you can all come up. So we did. We did. And my nephew was flying us over the, what's the name of that water, the bridge, the Humber Bridge. We went flying over and he was flying. My life was in my hands of my nephew. How scary is that? It was great. Absolutely great. Really good. Highly recommend a flying lesson. Mikey Holt, I wonder if you'd like a flying lesson. Would you like to do a flying lesson or anything like that? I'm sure you would. He's waiting. Blessed Mikey Holt, who's here on United Kingdom Radio tomorrow night at 7 o'clock UK time. Mikey Holt's here. He's waiting for his GCSE results at the moment. I gather a lot of the children are now waiting for these A-level results and all that business at the moment, aren't they? Yeah, awful. I hated doing exams. Mikey Holt says, God no, I'm not even a fan of being flown. Oh, go on, Mikey, come on. I mean, you go on roller coasters, don't you? He goes on roller coasters, but he won't get on a plane. I don't know. Don't know what all that's about. Let's see, where are we going to now? Okay, some emails. Now, there's a couple of emails here that accidentally somehow I have overlooked, which I found on my inbox, which we're clearing out. Now and again, I like to go for the inbox on my email thing and check that I haven't missed it. And there's a couple of emails here that I have missed. First of all, one from Vicky here. Oh, hang on a minute. Mikey Holt says, yes, roller coasters are automated. I especially don't want to be flown by you. I've no intention of taking you on a plane anywhere, my friend. Okay? You will not be abducted. I promise you that. Not by me anyway. Maybe by one of those extremists who will possibly then drag you out of the plane and cut your head off. That's possible. But it won't be me. As for automated, Mikey, don't you know, most of the planes are automatic. The pilot is there, especially those big jumbos, the pilot is there in case something goes wrong. An expert on this, he'd probably come back to us when he's heard that, is Robert in Iceland, who is a fully qualified pilot and flies. Oh, we got all the best people here. Oh, yes. Everyone listens to this programme. The Queen is probably with us this morning as well, chuckling away. She won't come on because, you know, it's not done. It's a royal protocol and all that. But she's probably there in her stateroom, chuckling away with the rest of us. Can you see her eating pot noodle? I reckon that's what the Queen does. She sits there at 11 o'clock, a couple of times a week, and 3 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon, and sits there with the rest of us, listening or watching the show with a pot noodle and a couple of tea. Possibly 2 chocolate digestive biscuits as well. Which would probably be the cheaper version, because she doesn't like to spend money, the Queen. She's very good. Very good. Vicky writes, about a month ago, actually. Hi, Chris. Toby... That's her cat, because she did send me pictures. We had a live webcam link with her cat. And it says, Toby, the cat, was very wriggly when you saw him on the webcam the other day. Here is a nice photo of him. I took a few minutes ago. He's not that big, about 10.5 pounds in weight, but he does have long hair and is very fluffy. And she encloses, I'm afraid it's in black and white. I've got a picture of a gorgeous cat. That she sent in that I printed off on my black and white monochrome printer. Okay? Beautiful cat that is. Could you say, if you don't want him, send him over? Because I think Katie could do with a companion. Katie wants a companion. I meant to tell you a little bit of engineering news, boys and girls. Those of you listening to the audio stream, it will shortly go off at 12 o'clock, just after I finish the show, for just a tiny bit of maintenance, and it'll be back up within 10 minutes, okay? Engineering news once again, yes. Those of you listening to the live stream, it will go off at about 12 o'clock for about 10 minutes, and then we will be back on air after engineering has taken place. You're wondering what that is, aren't you? Basically, it's telling me to do a restart because the computer's done an update, okay? So that's what's happening just after 12 o'clock. Gloria. Do you remember Gloria? She's the lady who wrote in about a young boy called Brian who has cancer at the moment. He's only young. I think, is it 9? Something like that. He's 9 years old. His little name is Brian. And he wants to collect postcards. He was collecting postcards from all around the world. It's going back a couple of months now. And Gloria has written in, Hi, Chris, I thought you'd given an update on Brian Botkin's, how he's getting on and what. That's a little boy in Omaha with cancer. This is from his father's Facebook page. And it says, I know some of you have sent postcards to this boy. I want to thank everyone who has sent us cards so far. We have 44 states so far, plus Washington, D.C. Only missing Connecticut, Delaware, Massachusetts, Montana, Rhode Island and Vermont. Maybe more incredible is that we have compiled 38 foreign countries. Here is the list of countries that have sent postcards so far. Australia, the Maldives, China, Japan, Malaysia, United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Afghanistan, Egypt, Botswana, South Africa, Turkey, Greece, Russia, Belarus, Poland, Italy, Germany, France, Finland, Denmark, Sweden, Norway, Netherlands, Spain, England, Ireland, Scotland, Bahamas, Cuba, Cayman Islands, Mexico, Canada, Panama, Liechtenstein, Vietnam, Czech Republic and Morocco. How awesome. That's an American word, that awesome. Britney Spears uses that as well, doesn't she? Awesome. The maps are looking great. We have run out of the first 400 pins because they stick a little pin in the map when they get a card, you see. and have still over 100 more cards to put up. Keep them coming, please. And that's from Gloria in Florida. So thank you very much for that update. And there's a little picture of Brian that she sent in, and he's actually holding one of the postcards that was sent in. I'm really sorry, I don't have the address to hand that people were sending in the postcards with, and Brian is of course going through that very hard chemotherapy and all that, so good luck to the boy. Keep it up. Just coming up to 15 minutes to 12. This is United Kingdom Talk on United Kingdom Radio, Thursday the 19th of August. Email address chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Let me see if I've got any live messages here. Right, okay. Oh, the weight! I'm going to tell you about the weight, wasn't I? I have managed to lose some weight, boys and girls. Last week I was 13 stone 7, which is way, way too high. This morning I was 13 stone 3.2. So it's coming down. It's coming down, and I'm managing to do that. Slightly smaller portions, and 3 meals a day, nothing else. And I have a little biscuit or something to eat at 12 o'clock, because I have to have something with some pills every day at 12 o'clock. Okay, so doing very well. And I think the majority of the way I've been able to lose weight, I've knocked out virtually all the ice cream except on Tuesday. Crisps, all gone. No chocolate, nothing like that at all. And also, after I've had my evening dinner, around about 8 o'clock, I don't have anything else until breakfast the next morning. So it's working. It's coming down. It's coming down. Ideally, want to be about 12 and a half, I think. 12 and a half. So I haven't even got a stone to go, really. 12 and a half, so that would be 12 stone 7. I don't know what that is in pounds. Mikey, can you work that out for me? What is 12 stone 7? 12 stone, well, if you work out what 13 stone 3 is in pounds and also kilos, okay, and 12 stone, let's go 100, 12 stone 5, what would that be in pounds and kilos? Mikey will work it out, because he's got a brain, you see, he's very clever, very clever. Email here from the lovely Jennifer. Again, that was sent in a few weeks ago, and I found it on my email, in my old email box, so sorry about that. Hi, Chris. Hope you're well. Hope all your listeners are well, too. Since my 3-week vacation in Oklahoma, all these people from Oklahoma, we have a guy called Stacey. He does a show here on United Kingdom Talk, and he is on Sunday nights at 6 o'clock UK time. And he is the chief of police in one of the places in Oklahoma. Chief of police, and he's here on UnitedKingdomRadio.co.uk every Sunday night at 6 o'clock UK time. And it's an interesting listen. Very, very good indeed. I was actually just listening to his show on the podcast before I came to do this show today. And it was talking about what people get up to. And one of the things, apparently, that we're talking about drugs, and one of the things some of the people are doing now is crushing up Viagra tablets, mixing it with marijuana and smoking it, what these drug people do. Which, I mean, I'm not quite sure what the effect of that would be. It's all very worrying, really, isn't it? Yeah, they're crushing up Viagra, mixing it with marijuana, and then smoking it. Does anyone know what that does to you? Maybe you get stiff lungs, I don't know. Very, very strange indeed. So do have a listen to it. It's really very good. Stacey White Show here on United Kingdom Radio on Sunday nights at 6 o'clock UK time. Right, Mikey's just come back with this information. 13 stone 3 is £185 and about 84 kilos. 12 stone 4 is £172 and 78 kilos. Thank you, Mikey. So that's roughly whereabouts I want to be. Okay. And it's coming down. I reckon, I would like to think by the next show on Saturday I'm 13 stone 2 pounds. I would like to think by this time next week I'm just over 13. Oh, I've got itchy nose. Oh, dear. Oh. I'd like to think by this time next week, next Thursday, I'll be 13 stone. Just over. Just a tiny bit over. Okay, should we set that as a target? See how I get on. This time next week, 13. Now, my face will get thinner first, which is always starts making you look ill. People say, "Are you okay? Oh, you don't look very well. Oh, are you okay?" And they won't come out and ask anything in particular, you know. But they just, "Oh, are you okay? Oh, is there anything wrong?" And all this business, because you lose it from your face straight away. Let's see. Now, where are we? Yes, Jennifer says, since my 3-week vacation to Oklahoma, I've been catching up on all the shows I missed. I was only able to get into town a couple of times to download your shows. Most of the time, I was stranded at the ranch with no car. At the ranch. Why can't we have ranches here in the UK? Eh? Do you get those, on your ranch, do you get those, what's that plant that goes tumbling? Oh, tumbleweed, isn't it? Tumbleweed. Do you get that blowing all over the place? Do you get tornadoes in Oklahoma? Have you ever been hit by a tornado, Jennifer? I tell you what, don't come back to me live on that one because I've only got 10 minutes left now. And can we have an email about tornadoes in Oklahoma? Mikey Holt says we do have ranches. They are called farms. All right, clever clogs. He knows everything, doesn't he? Mikey Holt's here tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. UK time, 7 o'clock, Friday night. How is Katie doing now? Is her tongue any better? It doesn't seem to be any worse, and it doesn't seem to be bothering her. It is still there. I've got 2 more steroids, because these pills have gone on forever, believe me. She must have been on these pills for 4 weeks now. She's got 2 more left. I don't think it's completely gone. Don't know if I want to take her to the vet or not. I shouldn't I? It just worries me that they're going to say no, I kind of bury my head a bit in the sand when it comes to medical things, which is stupid. You should never do that. If you've got something wrong, go to the doctor and get it sorted, because you just make it worse. Lots of things can be sorted. I've done this on a few occasions where I've been extremely ill and left it. And left it, nearly to the point of dying. Seriously, I've had 2 very, very lucky escapes. 2 very lucky escapes. As soon as something goes wrong, you must get down that doctor. And you know what? I don't think it will. I bet I'll do exactly the same if there's another occasion where something happens. I leave it, and it's stupid. I gather a lot of men are like that, and boys, that we don't like to go to the doctor to trouble him. Jennifer says, how many pills did you have to give her? Well, it was 2 a day to start with. That was for, I think, a week. Then it was 1 a day for a week. And now it's 1 every other day until they're finished. So it's about 4 weeks altogether. Did she take them willingly? No, she kept spitting them out. So I basically just put them on her food. And she doesn't seem to notice, and she eats them. So, yeah, no problem there at all. I'm pleased. If you remember, my cat named Cracker Jack, who is really a big chicken, it is, she's got a cat that thinks it's a chicken, is so neurotic that I felt compelled to take him to the vet and get him on some kitty Prozac. We originally thought it was him peeing all over the house, ruining clothes, furniture and computers, until we caught our other cat, Chester, in the act. Anyway, we got Cracker Jack on Prozac, and that turned up to be a big waste. I was only able to get him to take one pill, and it was a struggle to administer that 1 pill. Oh, sorry. I was only able to get him to take 1, and that was a struggle. Dallas, that's her daughter, whose birthday it was on Saturday, didn't I? I sang you happy birthday twice. 13 she is now. Happy birthday, Dallas. Dallas and I got so tore up by his claws and teeth from just trying to administer 1 pill. Oh, yeah, well, you see, you've got to put on gloves and a leather coat if you're going to handle cats in such a way that you think they're going to get scratched. You have got to put on, like, a leather jacket or something like that and gloves. Okay? Really nasty. I know exactly what you mean there. Trying to... From then on, he splits. He split at the sound of anyone coming, and we wouldn't know where he went and hid, and he hid away. There was no way he was going to take another pill, and there was no way I was going to try and force him. Poor cat. They don't like to take their pills, do they? We only want to make them better, for Christ's sake. She says, you must keep your postal box. Yeah, we've got a postal box. We did keep the post box. I'll give you the postal address just at the end of this email in case there's anyone who wants to send in a postcard or anything, all right? We have got a postal address on this particular show. Million Suko always sending you stuff, and Kat loves to write. Oh, Catherine in Wales, wonderful. She sends, I've got one of her cards in front of me, actually. She sends these wonderful cards with lovely pictures. I've got one here with four men on horses on there from Kat. So not Kath. Cat. No, not Cat. Kath. Her name's Kath. And she's in a lovely part of Wales. In Wales, in the valley! In Wales! Think of all those packages and letters you'll miss. You know when I send in beans. Oh, by the way, all the beans have gone now. I finished your bush-baked beans sent. Thank you. I heard you mentioning how offended you get when people put your show on as background noise. I think you should honour to have that. They could put anything else on, but they choose you. Personally, I put you on as foreground music. Thank you very much. I have you playing as I'm on the computer that sits in front of me all day and most of the time at nights. Thank you for not having me on as background noise. We need a little bit more than that. My suitcase with your picture on it, because when she goes on holiday, she tapes pictures of me to her suitcase, so that when it comes around the conveyor belt, she knows what suitcase is hers. Plus, it gives me a bit more pub. I wonder if there's anyone watching or listening to this show who are watching because they saw one of those stickers. Is that right? Is that possibly happening to anyone? Maybe, maybe not. I noticed that your pictures acquired new images. When I returned back to Florida, I noticed that your pictures and acquired new images. A couple of them had been marked up by a black Sharpie. What's that? A couple of pictures had you growing black spiky hair. Oh, what, someone's drawn pictures of... Put bits on my pictures? What a liberty, dear. One had horns and a goatee. I certainly laughed out loud when I took a closer inspection of your pictures. Now that I think about it, I originally blamed the airline personnel, but maybe... Just maybe, do you think my husband did it? I think he's jealous of our special relationship. I really do, Vicky. A jealous husband, definitely. Jennifer. And I was talking in one of the other shows about my corn that I'm growing. Now, apparently, typically corn only produces one ear per stalk, which I didn't know. There's a field in Oklahoma next to our ranch that has a corn crop as far as the eye could see, and they only had one ear per stalk. Okay. However, I did Google a question and found out some information. Each stalk of maize will bear only one tassel, but an ear could form associated with each of several leaves. Branches always form from above the point, a leaf attached to the stem. So maize can only have one to several ears. Genetically uniform field corn usually only has a single ear per stalk. Most sweet corn varieties will produce 2 to 4 ears. Well, I've got sweet corn, so maybe I'll get 2 to 4. And one variety is called a 6-shooter. Appropriate enough, produces 6 ears per stalk, and it grows pretty tall. Yeah, well... the corn I've got in the garden does seem to be growing 1 ear per stalk, and I've got 5 of them, which isn't a lot, but it's, it's nice to grow your own stuff, isn't it? Now, there is more to that email, but I'm going to have to hold on to that now until Saturday's show. Saturday's live show, of course, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon here on United Kingdom Radio, live. Okay, once again, we're on again at 3 o'clock in the afternoon at United Kingdom Radio. .co.uk, UK time, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and again on Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 11 o'clock UK time. If you can't watch the show live, you want to watch the recording, that's easy. Just go to unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. That's it from me today then. Don't forget, those of you that are listening to the audio stream, that will shortly go off air. Okay, while I just do a little bit of maintenance on that, and it will come back up within 10 minutes, I would think. All right, thanks very much for watching and listening. My email address, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. See you on see you on Saturday at 3 o'clock. Thanks for watching and listening. Bye-bye.